One good wheelbarrow full and we would have made this first pad. So we need to gain a little bit of, that was 7 1/4 yards. It figured 6.75, so I got a half a yard extra. The way I figure, I always have a little bit of clay in there, and then I add about a half a yard depending on the situation. It came up a little bit short. Number 2 was right behind him. We just need to gain a wheelbarrow. I might have to take this down ever so slightly in the end. We'll see what happens. He'll be mixed shortly. We'll finish this down our spreader board. We'll take those out. The expansion joint stays in. The 2x4 leaves. That way we get perfectly straight joints every time. Almost every time. It is 10:19. We're doing pretty good. We're on to truck 4. We took truck 3's leftovers and spread it right there, get our wire up. I ran short in this pad, so truck 3 finished truck 2's, which helped finish truck 1. So once you start running short, I had trucks en route, so I couldn't add to them. We just came up a little bit short each time. But there was only a half hour, 20 minutes in between trucks, so we got caught up real quick. One thing I wanted to point out, this shade line is hurting me up here on the house. So I have to save like the last broom mark till I can open up the door. See, it just rips it up too much, a little bit too aggressive broom mark there. So let that set. I tried to get it done, but I'm gonna wait. Get this board, you know the drill. 1, maybe 2 more trucks will hit this onto the front walk, and then we got the okay to the street. Good one to end the guys' week on. Their summer break. Looking forward to school?
No, I'm ready to go back.
Oh, you want to stay here?
Never mind.
You? I didn't expect that from you. Okay, 8 yards. Again, spread the leftovers. You guys can go ahead, not yet, in a little bit, go ahead and wire on top of this. We're gonna pour 10 yards and it should get us down to just shy of these garbage cans, probably right in here. Working up here. They want to do a step. You can see if we go even with the walk, with the porch, we're gonna trap water against the house. So about a 5-inch step down where I have the board, that's looking good. This needs shaped out, and I need to push this topsoil back a little bit and make a road. There's a bunch of vehicles back there. So, yeah. Good. Well, that's what we got to do. know that sound. Okay. Last pad in the turnaround. I was gonna say, last truck of the day. No way, one more. Let's get down here, and then tomorrow morning all we have to do is this walk, and then the rest of the driveway. Start putting this together. Joe's working on some stone. Off of the back side of the garage, where he's put 2 conduits for electric, low voltage, lamp post, whatever. Here we go. Nice flare on this side, so I'll put this side together to match, turning down the drive. Okay. Too many bodies. I can't get in there with the camera.
Yeah.
It's at 95 degrees. This is all dirt and dust. Do that again. Hit.
What? Oh, well, did I get you?
Okay, let's pour it. That'll help the concrete keep a little bit of that moisture in there.
No, you don't like it.
Oh, I hate that straight edge. Not hate it. I don't hate it. Just not used to it. All right, here we go. Last 7 yards of the day. Not a bad day. Okay, here we are. Middle of the day on Wednesday. We had a real big threat of rain this morning, but nothing really came in. South of us, where we were scheduled to be working, did rain. So we just hung out up here and got a swimming pool ready and then a small sidewalk. I didn't break the camera out at all. I'll show you that whenever we get there to pour concrete. So I came back up to Steve's. Just got here a little while ago. I had to run down and get another pipe fitting. So this is a septic system, not a sewer, not a city sewer. So mixed comments, mixed people I talk to say, put in a trap or don't put in a trap. What are your thoughts? My understanding is the trap helps. It helps the flow of everything continue through there. It keeps any type of gas from coming up into the house. There's some really good points to that. So I decided to put one in. I have one on my house. I believe we have one on Tommy's house. Everything seems to be working good. So I went with a trap here. You professional plumbers out there, what are your thoughts? Am I making a mistake putting one there? It's not too late, I can cut it out. So this is where the plumbing exits from Steve's office. He forgot to get a T. So we'll do a T, a trap, a 90, down to a Y and get that all connected up. Now it would be a boring video watching me cut pipe, measure, and glue all this together. So I just wanted to talk about it real quick, what I was doing. I'm looking for some feedback on that. And I'll show you this when I'm done. Together, right out. Now I just put that rock underneath there to hold that pipe. I didn't want to flex the trap or the 90. I wanted everything to go in all the way. When you push those together, you can feel them bottom out. I hold them there for about 15 to 20 seconds so the glue tightens up, and then you can let it go. You don't want to flex the pipe, it'll still pull out, but you can let it go at that point. Lastly, screw cap. I don't glue these. If we need to change this, if I need to add or lower it, now we can just take this cap off and do so. Whenever we come in to do patios, we'll find them 10 years, 20, 30 years down the road, and they're 99% of the time not glued for that reason. I love it. Like even 30 years ago, the guys were thinking of, you know, hey, this might need change for elevation. We don't glue the tops. Okay, there's my first clean out after the both clean outs at the house. That's about, oh, I don't know, 26 feet. And this one is about 50, maybe 60 feet away from that. So I was shooting for about every 50 feet for a clean out, just in case you need to get in there and snake it. You know, you're not trying to snake 80 to 100 feet. Just my thoughts. So tanks are going right down there, so I don't have too much more to go. I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to get this all stoned in. I don't know, I'll have Steve check on this, if this needs inspected before we backfill. Notice, I've talked about this before in my videos, I put the writing up on the pipe. Now the inspector can look at that and know exactly what pipe I use, the fittings. It's a twofold. I like to do that for two reasons. One, I think the inspector likes to say, oh, schedule 44, you know, it says right there. He doesn't have to sort of look at the pipe. Most of them probably know schedule 40 in their sleep. They don't need that writing, but it's there. And when you're lining up your fittings, there's markings on the fittings for your 90, your 45s, right here. So if I line that up with my writing, now whenever I'm putting my 22s on down there, my 45s, I know that I'm not shooting up in the air or shooting down in the air. A level plane. Just my thoughts, being an amateur plumber that I am. Ooh. It's getting harder to do. Okay, let's get some stone in here. Add a little bit more stone in here. You can see how you can just see the top of the pipe. Now we know that there's stone all the way around the pipe on the bottom sides. You can see the pipe the whole way. And again, not sure if it needs inspected, but if he shows up here when Steve or I are not here, he can look at it, and I think it'll pass. Okay, that's it for plumbing today. Concrete tomorrow. Don't be late. There we go. Good morning. Just about underway. We ran that side all the way down to that orange cone. That'll be our next round of pouring. About 20 yards, maybe a little bit more. I got 6 yards of concrete, about a half a truckload of concrete. You see how wet it is. We got a lot of rain last night, so I had to split the loads. I didn't want to get too much here. Let's get this poured, a little bit of a delay, and then we'll push forward once we get out of this muddy top area. There's our pad, our 5-foot wide sidewalk. Here we go. There we go, except Elliot didn't order enough concrete. He got 6 yards coming, should have got 7. Let me explain. My original quote was 50 feet of sidewalk. This is 60. I should have known better. Okay, we got 10 more yards coming. We'll have this poured in minutes. Nobody will ever know. That was about a yard, 9 yards. That was a tough 9 yards. Okay, half the guys are up here doing this. Here's our border. This will get permateaked storm gray to mesh the pillars. Broom center. And broom center. Let that drip off a little. Hold up, broom first. Just getting anxious.
You able to keep going?
If it sticks, just slow it down a little bit. You can always come back to it. Making sure we're getting all the broom marks rolled out. Got a nice wash off. That way we don't have to spray it on here and get it all over the broom. Like that. All the way to the corners. Right, let them get caught up. I'll go start over there. It's so hard to film on these big jobs, so I just get bits and pieces. Putting this last piece of walk together, you can see it's a perfect match. Don't tell anybody. This is almost ready to broom. I'm jumping down there to start putting forms together. I want to get easily 20 more. Sorry, gang. More time lapse. We'll get this one emptied. Maybe I can film. We got another truck coming behind it. I wanted to get to the base of this hill today. Jim's brooming this. Everything went good. These videos are really hard to do on these bigger projects like this. But I'm happy to get some time lapse. I'll talk to you if I think of anything.